This is lighter, by the way.
Coming from Florida, really.
Yeah.
And pennies. Florida students protest Sasse appointment over LGBTQ issues. University of Florida students and faculty are protesting the possible naming of Republican Senator Ben Sasse of Nebraska as the institution's next president. Protesters interrupted a question and answer session attended by Sasse on the school's campus on Monday, where they argued his opposition to same-sex marriage and his positions on LGBTQ+ issues made him unsuitable to serve as the school's leader. The students and faculty protesting Sasse say he has a documented history of embracing anti-LGBTQ+ messaging and criticizing the legislation and landmark judicial decisions on which modern LGBTQ+ rights hinge. A Change.org petition organized by Leika Rumala, a junior at University of Florida, urges the university's Board of Trustees to reject the recommendation by a search committee that Sasse be selected for the post. The petition argues that Sasse's political views, quote, do not align with the values that the students at the University of Florida hold, end quote. Sasse had issued a statement following the Supreme Court's 2015 ruling legalizing same-sex marriage in all 50 states that called the decision, quote, a disappointment, end quote. The statement said, quote, marriage brings a wife and husband together so their children can have a mom and dad. As a society, we need to celebrate marriage, end quote. More than 7 years later, preserving the sanctity of marriage is still listed as a top priority on Sasse's website. Well, you know, I think when we have people moving from government into the public sphere, for whether it's a corporation or to a university, they're finding out that, you know, you maybe represent a small sliver of your voters, but your constituents now are people that have a voice and can protest your career choice. So, I mean, I'm in favor of the students doing this.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's their school, they pay the tuition, and they pay his salary.
This plays right into Governor DeSantis's playbook too, because the State Board of Education is working to make it so that you don't have to have public hearings or any sunshine over the hiring of college and university presidents. So they just want to be able to pick and choose who they want to lead our higher education institutions. And much like you, politics and education should not intertwine.
Do you think that the students and the faculty have any power to actually make this change?
No.
Or it's just going to be, it's just going to happen?
It's going to happen, but it shows some resistance, which is very important, you know. You know, long live rebellious youth. From Iran to Florida, I think for me, the only thing that gives me hope for the world is the rebellious youth fighting. And here in Florida, they're really fighting for LGBT and, you know, abortion rights and the things that are, you know, at risk everywhere in the country, but especially here in Florida. So I think that maybe the next appointment might be a different one. I don't know. But it's important for them to know that they were resisted, that they have a resistance. You know?
I agree with all of that. The entire story is completely disgusting and despicable. Sasse is completely unqualified to be the president of the University of Florida. His entire historic political record makes him not qualified to be a president of a major university in the United States. This is not Coach Tuberville trying to go from Auburn University in Alabama to the Senate chambers in Washington. That was ridiculous enough, as he's proven again this week. It is really disgusting that this is going on. What is a surprise is a lot of people, a lot of viewers do not realize, while it says Florida, we're not all this crazy. And one of the places that we're not this crazy is Gainesville and Alachua County. It is a blue island. It is the only blue island in in the Panhandle or North Florida, and it is blue. The University of Florida is not only one of the top institutions, public institutions in America, it is consistently rated as one of the top 5 universities in America. And when morons like Ron DeSantis gets his hands on the seat of the presidential chancellor's office at the University of Florida, he's going to change it. And that's why these reactions are coming not only from students, but faculty. Because many of us that support of our educational system in Florida never considered that when we would start this nonsense on Don't Say Gay, while it was easy to pick on fourth grade teachers, we didn't think it was as easy to pick on the presidential seat at the University of Florida. It clearly is. We are moving in the wrong direction, and Senator Ben Sasse from Nebraska was a horrible senator for America and certainly for the University of Florida. LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.